During the days of Sfira, we said that the main prohibitions have to do with taking a haircut and having a marriage ceremony. However, there is one other prohibition which doesn't appear in the Gemara, it doesn't appear in the Shulchan Aruch, but it does appear in the words of the Magen Avram. And the Magen Avram says that rikudim, dancing, and mecholot, kind of dancing around in a circle, are prohibited during the days of Sfirat HaOmer. Now this does not include Simcha Shel Mitzvah, the joy that's associated with a mitzvah. So if there's a circumcision, a brit milah, a bar mitzvah, a pidyon haben, if any of these things happen, then rikudim and mecholot are permitted. However, even in those cases, beli tizmoret, without music, right? Similarly, it is also permitted to have an erusin, an engagement during the time of Sfirat HaOmer. In the name of Rabbi Shlomo Zalman, it is said that rikudim and mecholot are differentiatable. Rikudim refers to one or two people dancing together, but mecholot are a circle of a larger number of people who dance together. And so, it's advisable that during the days of Sfira, we should not do the kind of music or singing that brings people to dancing, but the kind of singing that is penitential in nature, or that is spiritually inclined, and doesn't necessarily bring you to dancing and singing, then it's probably all right. It's probably all right, and this is also said in the name of Rav Shlomo Zalman, it's probably permitted to have that kind of singing. So singing and dancing and music all become problematic on the days of Sfirat HaOmer. I heard in the name of Rav Moshe Feinstein that if listening to music, for example, is soothing, a person who sits and learns or studies and likes to do it by listening to music, that would certainly be permitted, because that's not the kind of music that brings you to excessive joy and dancing. So again, today, if you're riding on a bus or in an elevator and there's music, there's no need to try to avoid it. On the other hand, if you live in a dormitory, for example, and you have a roommate, and the roommate is not happy about listening to music during Sfirat HaOmer, then you should try, if you do listen to music, to do it with a headset, with earphones, so that you would hear the music and the roommate would not hear the music. In other words, whoever accepts this rather extreme chumrah is doing something that is reasonable. And so that there are poskim, even Rav Moshe says that maybe listening to music that is recorded should also be permitted. Because after all, the results of listening to that kind of music could be exactly the same as the results of listening to live music. So in summary, we say that tisporet, a haircut, litchatein, to marry, are certainly forbidden during the days of Sfira, certainly during the 33 or 34 days of Avelut, which are connected to the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva and their death. Rikudim and mecholot are connected to another prohibition of listening to music, music that brings you to sing and dance, and perhaps we can differentiate between the kind of music that is soothing, relaxing, intellectually interesting, and the kind of music that we play at weddings or large public occasions. It's hard sometimes to differentiate, and therefore everybody should, who has a question, should contact his or her Rav in order to determine whether a particular event is acceptable or not.